Hello everybody, it's Hank with the halftime show for the Dream Bowl 2020 between the 2015 Panthers and 2018 Chiefs. Both of these teams had MVP quarterbacks in their specific seasons with Cam Newton and Patrick Mahomes. Late in the first quarter, we have "Sing Us a Song, You're the Piano Man. Sing us a song tonight." John be nimble, John be quick, Jonathan Stewart, he rumbles over the candlestick. What a block by number 70 as Jonathan Stewart gets the Panthers into the red zone. Later on in that drive, Cam Newton in the shotgun, he fires it over the middle to Ted Drink All That Gin. Ted Ginn Jr. with the third down catch sets up a Panthers field goal. Andy Reid is giddy over that. Later on, Patrick Mahomes, he throws it over the middle to Tyreek over the hill for about a 30-yard hookup, and Tyreek Hill has 50 total yards in the first half. This will lead to later on Patrick Mahomes. He's in the red zone. He rolls to the right. He throws a slant pass over the middle to Chris Conley for the touchdown. Let's see this again. Chris Conley with the catch over the middle, and he rolls right into the wall. I don't know what happened to that animation. Right before the end of the half, we have la da da diddy da 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 diddy da da dum. Jonathan Stewart, he leads the Panthers into the end zone to take the lead at the last minute. The Panthers have a 10-7 lead. I don't know why he's doing the bird there. I think he might be mocking Andy Reid's former team in the Eagles. And that is the halftime score. 10-7, Carolina Panthers lead. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Hank. Thrilling first half here from Miami. Nick Rice, Phil Nunziata, and Hank Lewis. Dream Bowl 5, player of the first half, is running back Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Nick. Over 100 yards on the ground and that touchdown that put the Panthers ahead just at the end of the second half. He has been on fire, and we'll see if the Panthers can ride him all the way to a Super Bowl championship.
If this were 2015, this would be the highest yardage total that Stewart would rack up in a game that year. This is a top 5 career performance for Jonathan Stewart, and we still have an entire second half to go. This should be a thrilling football game, and Jonathan Stewart has dominated the storylines from Miami so far. Graham Gano sends away the kickoff, and it is down for a touchback. Tale of two different football teams we have seen today. The 2015 Panthers, certainly a run-heavy club against Patrick Mahomes and the Panthers. Defensively, we see Carolina's Luke Kuechly playing well, along with Reggie Ragland. The defenses have played better than we expected to begin the game.
Yeah, the Chiefs have done what they can to keep the Panthers' running game at bay. As we talked about, other than that huge run from Jonathan Stewart, they've kind of done the job, and obviously just a slip up there at the end of the half. We'll see if the Chiefs' offense can get going and put them back ahead.
Here's Kareem Hunt, and he gets going. In fact, it's a foot race to the end zone. He is then tripped up by Charles Tillman at the 41-yard line. 34-yard gain for Kareem Hunt to begin the half. There's a response for the other running back starting on the field tonight. First down, Kansas City.
Yeah, and then a touchdown-saving tackle it appeared there by Hillman. As you see, you don't usually get your hands on Hunt, and Coleman totally juked out of his shoes there as he would take off, even gets by Harper, and he's finally brought down, or he'd be in the end zone, and that would have been a huge switch, as it already was a huge gain.
First and 10, another run to Hunt, and this time the Panthers have 3 different gray jerseys in on the stop, including Kawan Short, the 3-year man from Purdue. For those of you just joining us, in the first half of this game, Kareem Hunt struggled to really get going on the ground, led by that man, Luke Kuechly, who seems to just be everywhere tonight.
Yeah, everywhere, and that's normally how he plays, just trying his best to keep the middle of the field locked down, which is obviously a place that the Chiefs like to attack, both in the run and the pass. He's doing his best as they have the lead so far.
Spencer Ware gains 4, and Kuechly makes the stop. The MVP of the DSFL 2020 is none other than the 4-year man from Boston College. League-high 99 tackles coming into the game. Luke Kuechly, a 2015 first-team All-Pro, had his fingerprints all over the 15-1 season of the 2015 Panthers. And as a man who was selected to the All-Decade team, Luke Kuechly was one of the best linebackers for his era.
Yeah, it's got to bug him, Nick, that he didn't get to that 100th tackle in that season, but that does not take away from his great performance that year. And as you said, all-decade team, defensive MVP, a guy whose career was cut short by his own decision, but a guy that will definitely be remembered as one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, who knows just how many important awards he would have garnered if he played more than what he did, retiring after the 2019 season. Quick throw in the flat on third down. Thompson makes the stop of Spencer Ware. And the Chiefs, after the big run from Hunt, they suffered 3 plays, and there's Thompson to make the stop.
Yeah, today's NFL, the open field tackle can be kind of a lost art. Now you see Luke Kuechly is there to help him, but he's able to bring him down on his own, and that's impressive. That's not someone you bring down very easily.
And now Harrison Butker after the third down stop. He's into the game for a lengthy 54-yard field goal. Good hold from Henne, but that kick didn't stand a chance. No good, and the Panthers take over.
Yeah, that didn't look good from the start. That was very low. I don't know if it was a bad snap. The hold looked okay from what we're looking at here, but not enough height and not enough distance. Overall, just a bad exchange and a bad kick.
Harrison Butker this season is now 5 of 11 on kicks outside of 40, so that is an area of concern for Kansas City throughout the course of this playoff run. The Panthers have great field position. Stewart slashes to the right and picks up 2. The 3-year man from Minnesota, Eric Murray, makes the stop. Jonathan Stewart's performance in the first half was incredible, but really his performances as a former high school leading rusher in the state of Washington to a 2-time All-American at Oregon, where he had more yards in the NCAA than Jim Brown, Frank Gore, Terrell Davis, and Gale Sayers. And then when you transition to his Panthers tenure, most yards in franchise history, and a better rushing average than those great running backs, he has been great for a long time.
Yeah, easily one of the greatest players to ever put on that Carolina Panthers uniform. He's someone that is remembered very well by Carolina fans, and if he can bring into a championship, it will only add to his legacy.
Feed inside to Jonathan Stewart. He gets a good block and rumbles for a 15-yard gain. And from this moment, it just seems Jonathan Stewart may have the ability to win the game all by himself.
Yeah, he looks like a man among boys out there. He's shredding tackles and making guys miss and just gashing them for 10, 12, 15 yards at a time. He's not letting those 2-3 yard runs discourage him. He knows he's going to get the ball again, and he just has all the confidence in the world to carve this team up.
Yeah, veteran from Oregon, Jonathan Stewart. Here's a stretch run. He cuts back inside and gains another 9. I mean, Jonathan Stewart has just been so overwhelming, yet this was the story of 2015 for them. The Panthers were the only team in the NFL that year to call more running plays than passing plays. And in this modern era of passing all over the field in empty formations, it was really a different sight to see. Fozzie Whitaker is the running back. He receives the handoff and is stacked up at the line of scrimmage by Reggie Ragland.
Yeah, you can just see how comfortable they are with their running. I think what it comes down to is they don't have to favor one side or even up the middle. They're equally comfortable going to the left or the right, and it's shown here in the rushing yards. They really can go whichever direction they think is good at the time.
197 yards rushing and 15 yards passing, Phil. So it's become very clear that the Chiefs, even though they know the game plan, haven't been able to stop it yet. Play fake. Newton looks, and he is taken down by Chris Jones. With the run game working as well as it has, it's almost a surprise to see them go to a play pass there, and Jones makes the stop.
I can't fully fault them for attempting a play action because eventually you're going to want to take a shot, and you almost have to give Cam Newton credit for not fumbling this ball. Chris Jones is a bad man, the way he's able to blindside hit him like that. I don't blame them for it. I don't know if that was the right time, but we'll see if they're able to knock this field goal through.
Anderson holds, 57-yard kick from Gano. It's off of the crossbar and no good. Gano could have hit that from 56. Yet after Butker begins the half with a miss from 54. And then the veteran from Florida State is a bit short from just a bit longer. The Carolina Panthers maintain just a field goal lead. Chiefs take over when we come back to the Dream Bowl here in Miami. Welcome back. Before we look at the Dream Bowl 5, here is a glimpse at what happened in the Dream Bowl 3. This was a season featuring the best teams to never win the Super Bowl. And the 07 Patriots, after a stop from Rodney Harrison, they took over the ball and Brady drove them downfield, and on 2nd and goal, late in the game, his only touchdown pass is to Randy Moss. That was the game winner, as the 07 Patriots, who very few are surprised garner the title as the greatest team to never win the Super Bowl. They won every game in 2007 except for the big game. They knock off the 98 Vikings, who are a good football team too. That's Harrison with a pick in the end zone.
Yeah, just a typical Tom Brady operation there, obviously coming up big when it counts. 98 Vikings, as you said, always considered one of the best teams to never really pull it off. But Brady was just a little better on that day, and that was another great game on this channel.
Yeah, really a thrilling performance there from Brady. For more on this football game, we send it down to the sideline where our own Hank Lewis is reporting. Hank?
Both the Chiefs and the Panthers play their home games on Bermuda grass, which is the common surface of lawns and golf courses across America. Meanwhile, tonight's venue, Hard Rock Stadium, remains the only NFL stadium played on platinum TE grass. It is a stark contrast from what these players are used to. The texture of platinum TE grass is a combination of grass and turf and makes for a rougher surface than the rest of the league. Those changes have certainly played a role in the struggles of both field goal kickers in tonight's game. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, thanks, Hank. The field goal kicking has been an issue for these two clubs throughout most of the season, and today is certainly no difference. Blitz is on, and here's Travis Kelce, who breaks a tackle and is down to the 28-yard line. It took a while for the Pro Bowl tight end Travis Kelce to get involved in the game. That's a 20-yard pickup. First down, Kansas City.
Yeah, if this offense wants to continue to move the ball, that's definitely a guy they want to look towards more. Travis Kelce catching over the middle, and yards after catch as he jukes out Harper there down to just about midfield. This is a guy that you can get him involved, and he could really get the Chiefs offense going.
The 6-year man from Cincinnati racked up 44 catches coming into the game this season. That's his first of the Dream Bowl 5. Late in the third quarter of a thrilling game here from Miami, Mahomes unloads a slant to Conley. He is smothered by Harper, but picks up 11. First down, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, with only a few incompletions tonight, when he gets a chance to throw it, he has carved up this Panthers secondary.
Yeah, he's been effective as far as completion so far. It doesn't really translate to the scoreboard yet. They're hoping to change that. So they don't really have to change much. They just have to be more effective in the way they execute.
First and 10, handoff to Spencer Ware, and he dances to about the 15-yard line. To the Panthers' credit, they have done a pretty good job of keeping the Mahomes passes in front of them. There's a look at the numbers of both quarterbacks. 13 of 19 is pretty good. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's been a completely different story.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Patrick Mahomes' numbers, and that's a pretty pedestrian day for him, but they obviously look like Hall of Fame numbers next to Cam Newton's. It's just a tale of two offenses here on which one's relying on the run and which one isn't.
Kansas City is knocking on the door here. They'll go ground, and Ware gets smoked by Luke Kuechly. There is that linebacker yet again, as Ware, luckily for him, hung onto the ball.
Met him in the hole and had a conversation there. I'm surprised he was able to hold on to that ball. Luke Kuechly is firing on all cylinders.
Third down and 6 after the big play from Kuechly, his 6th tackle of the game. With an empty formation, Mahomes looks, he's back, and throws over the middle to Conley. He is wrapped up by Luke Kuechly near the markers, but the officials give it to him. 6 yards to Conley, first down Kansas City. And that will officially end the third quarter. 7 minutes remain for the DSFL 2020 championship. The Panthers have a field goal lead. We will return to Hard Rock Stadium in just a moment. The Panthers led by way of nearly 200 yards rushing from Stewart have the narrow lead here on the road. This is the Dream Bowl 5. Welcome back to Miami. We begin the fourth quarter with the Panthers holding a 10-7 lead. What a football game we witnessed tonight. Jonathan Stewart, nearly 200 yards. Luke Kuechly has just been incredible tonight. And Cam Newton, albeit just a couple runs, but he has shown off some of his impressive scrambling. It's the fourth quarter, Phil, and the Dream Bowl yet again comes down to, it seems, who has the ball last. It comes down to just one possession.
Yeah, after a great first half with some big plays, the third quarter didn't show quite as much, had 2 missed field goals. Not a great look for the brand, but in any event, I got a feeling, Nick, that this fourth quarter is going to be exciting.
Yeah, me too. These two offenses led the league in points. 31 a game for the Panthers in 2018, 35 and a half a game, third most in NFL history in 2018. Well, we've only got a 10-7 score going into the fourth quarter. First and goal, here's the handoff inside to Hunt. And he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. There's Thomas Davis, the linebacker from Georgia, on the tackle for Carolina. For those of you just joining us, let's look at what we have seen in the game so far. Patrick Mahomes threw a 4-yard touchdown to Hill to give Kansas City the lead. That would appear to be the score going into the half before, with 10 seconds to go in the second quarter, Jonathan Stewart rips off a 74-yard run, 2 hands for safety. Panthers lead 10-7, and the Chiefs are searching for their first points in nearly 9 minutes. We'll see if they can cash this one in as Kansas City faces second and goal from the 7-yard line. The Chiefs are 7 yards away from the lead here late in the game. Handoff inside to Hunt, and he strolls in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Right up the gut, virtually untouched, and with a pending extra point, the Chiefs tie this game. They go up in this game.
And the Chiefs also, with a truck, it seems, could have been rolled through that hole up front. The Chiefs have had a much better second half performance out of their running back Kareem Hunt, which certainly has played in the success of this offense since that first half when we only saw one scoring drive. Here's the extra point from Butker to give them a clean 4-point lead, and that kick is good.
Yeah, they've definitely been a lot more balanced than, say, Carolina. They've used their running game minimalistically, and obviously they're able to get it in the end zone here. But the pass game really did bring them down the field, as we got a game here going into the fourth.
Chiefs lead 14-10 in the Dream Bowl 5 from Miami. Welcome back. The Chiefs' offense has dramatically improved at the most important time of the year. Yes, those numbers in the regular season are impressive, but in the playoffs, it's very difficult to even hang in against an offense like that.
Yeah, they're able to score a whole nother touchdown a game in the postseason. You obviously want to play your best in the postseason, and it's very important that they got that touchdown as opposed to a field goal. The way the Panthers used their ground game, they could chew up a lot of this clock. So to have the lead is very important as opposed to just being tied at 10.
Yeah, ironically, the Chiefs have played much better in the red zone than they did in the regular season. This is the first fourth quarter deficit of the playoffs for the Panthers. It's been 28 days since they faced the deficit here, and as a result, in the postseason, the Panthers have struggled on offense in the fourth quarter, scoring once on 8 drives. That has to, at least to some degree, play into the head of Cam Newton and this club going into this series.
Yes, Cam Newton especially, as you said, he has not played great up to this point, and now we're in a spot where he statistically also doesn't play great. Let's see if he's able to block out what's happened in the past and come up big here.
Here's the league MVP who completes it underneath to Olson, and he in fact loses a yard. Greg Olson is the only starter on the field tonight who played in this building as a member of the Miami Hurricanes, yet so far you would think of all the players to struggle, he would be the last. Greg Olson with a negative 1-yard play here to begin this drive.
Yeah, not a great homecoming there for Greg, and as you said, if the Panthers are going to get going on offense, you would think we talked about their older but veteran wide receiver core. You think he would be the guy they'd have to look to.
Newton's pass here is incomplete, intended for Ted Ginn. Cam Newton is 5 of 11 for 14 yards. He's struggling to get anything going.
Yeah, it's not like he's not putting the ball, on the money here, as you said, right in the hands of Ted Ginn, but the Chiefs' defense has just been suffocating. There's also been a few near interceptions that have gone through. It's not even a situation of accuracy with Cam Newton, it's just the defense closing in on the ball carrier.
Right, 3rd and 11. Jones closes in on Newton, who throws incomplete to Stewart. That is the last result the Panthers wanted here in the fourth quarter. 3 and out for Carolina.
Yeah, definitely, as you said, not what you want here. Cam Newton just looks like he doesn't have time to get his guys downfield. These short passes really aren't going to work, as we can see. They're covering the flats very well. It's going to be interesting to see if they're able to make any adjustments here and get the ball down the field.
Yeah, critical 3 and out. There's Nortman, the punter from Wisconsin, who sends it downfield to the 29. Good punt from Nortman. Hill makes a man miss and motors to the 47-yard line. That is a 18-yard return for the All-Pro Tyreek Hill. Kareem Hunt, his numbers since the first half where he had 20 yards has been pretty impressive for the Chiefs. In fact, the entire offense has outplayed the Panthers in the second half. 75 yards for Kansas City in the third and fourth quarter to the Panthers 15 And now this defense, the Carolina Panthers, are put in a very precarious position as a scorching hot offense had only a minute or two break before they get back on the field with a shot to all but win the game. A touchdown would just about seal it near the fourth quarter. Mahomes takes a shot for the end zone, but the Panthers had it covered.